My goal here is that even if you never end up in that debate, I want you to have the confidence that if it ever comes up, you're ready. And that makes you walk into your office, walk into that room with that patient, get ready to adjust that patient. Just think of your headspace now with this much more intention and power behind the confidence and certainty with what you do. It's a game changer. Next, we're going to talk about dyskinesis, and I have been presenting on dyskinesis for a lot of years, as has Dr. Christopher Kent. This definition that you see on the slide is a cut and paste directly out of Dorland's Medical Dictionary. So this is literally published in a medical dictionary as a medical term. Originally, this was published by two medical doctors, Watmore and Coley, who I believe their original article on dyskinesis was published in the late 60s, and they later wrote a book on it in the 70s. And I'll go through this definition with you right now. Dyskinesis is defined as a reversible physiopathologic state consisting of unnoticed, misdirected neurophysiologic reactions to various agents, parenthetically including environmental events, body sensations, emotions, and thoughts, and the repercussions of these reactions throughout the organism. These errors in energy expenditure, which are capable of producing functional disorders, consist mainly of covert errors in action potential output from the motor and premotor areas of the cortex and the consequences of that output. No, I don't have a teleprompter that is just committed to memory. And why? Because I got so excited about this definition the first time I read it, and as I take you through it, you'll understand why. What's the first thing that it says? Number one, it's reversible. What are the implications of the word reversible? That it's correctable. You're going to see that this definition perfectly describes the physiologic state of an individual that is subluxated. Again, two medical doctors talking about subluxation who don't know that they're talking about subluxation. So it's reversible, meaning it's correctable. And it's a physiopathologic state. It's not an end tissue pathology. It's not an itis or an osis or some medical condition, but a state of generalized physiopathology consisting of unnoticed. What are the implications of the word unnoticed? Not symptomatic. So before we get to the first comma, we got something that's correctable, that's a disturbance in a general state of physiology, and that's not symptomatic. Wow. So unnoticed, misdirected neurophysiologic reactions. So where they go? Neurophysiologic reactions that are misdirected in the body. They're not being utilized properly. So these misdirected neurophysiologic reactions to various agents, and then in parentheses it says environmental events, bodily sensations, emotions, and thoughts. So what are they saying? The nervous system is disturbed based on these varying stress agents, which are basically physical, chemical, and emotional stresses. Oh my God, this is dead on the mark. It hits the bullseye of what subluxation is all about, and the repercussions of these reactions throughout the organism. So what's it saying here? That these stresses cause changes in physiology that have effects throughout the entire organism. It's not mechanistic. It's not, oh, there's a problem here or a problem here. It is that there's effects throughout the entire organism. These errors in energy expenditure. So what did we say earlier about this whole prenosological thing? About dipping into vital reserves, or the vital force, dipping into functional reserves. What did we say about that? Errors in energy expenditure are saying that you're inefficient, you're burning more energy than you should, you're not getting as many miles to the gallon. These errors in energy expenditure, then it says in the definition, which are capable of producing functional disorders. What do we mean? That it's not the kidney problem or the liver problem or the functional disorder that's the core problem. It is the error in energy expenditure that causes these functional disorders. And then it says it consists mainly of covert errors in action potential output. So what's covert mean?